You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Cambodia's National Council for Children is appealing to the public for understanding of the situation of the minor who was killed his 5-year-old neighbor in Tabongkamun. EAC News has confirmed that the suspect is 14 years old, not 15, as previously reported. CNCC Deputy Secretary General Ms. Sambat Sukuntia has told EAC News that his age has a direct impact on how the case is being handled. EAC News reporter Reo Soko explains.
Article 14 of Cambodia's Juvenile Justice Law Strategic and Operational Plan 2018-2020 says that a minor below 14 years old who is suspected of committing an offense shall not be apprehended and will be referred to their district representative. CNCC Deputy Secretary General Ms. Sambat Sokontia has clarified that the minor in question is 14. Deputy Chief of the Chuk Commune, where the murder was committed, Sun Minglai, has also confirmed the child's age. But the fact that he is 14 and not under 14 has created a gray area for the court. He was going to be sent to Provincial Social Affairs but was returned to the court on Wednesday night, given that he is not under the age of 14. He remains in the care of the court until a further decision is made. In the meantime, local resident Pan Dun submitted an affidavit to the court stating that the child suspect is homeless and has no parents taking care of him. He apparently sleeps in the local pagoda. According to the CNCC, his parents separated several years ago. His mother later died while his father remarried and relocated. The minor, who also suffers with a mental health problem, has allegedly confessed to killing his 5-year-old neighbor after being bullied. The CNCC is urging the public to understand the minor's situation.
All the children are victims. Some are victims of their family, some are victims of the society. So please don't hate him. Before you make judgment, please try to understand why they do it. He is just a child with a mental health problem. He also has a right to be taken care of.
The CNCC has assured the public that if the minor is released by the court, he will receive proper counseling before being reintegrated back into society. Rhea Soko, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Cambodia's latest batch of vaccines arrived in the country on Thursday morning. The 1 million doses of Sinopharm take to 16 million the number of doses that have been delivered to the kingdom since the first batch was delivered in the first week of February. They were also made by Sinopharm. The special China Southern Airlines flight landed at Phnom Penh International just before 9:45 on Thursday morning. The 1 million doses of Sinopharm it was carrying have been bought from China, and there's plenty more on the way this month.
Cambodia will get all the planned 20 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for 10 million people, or 62% of the total population, by the end of this month. In August, 3 million doses of Sinovac will arrive in Cambodia and 2 million more in September for the vaccination of children between 12 and 17 years old.
The Sinopharm shots, quickly loaded into the back of trucks, will be going into arms shortly, although now at 21-day intervals, not 14. The Ministry of Health made that change earlier this month to increase their efficacy. Studies have shown that the extra 7 days increase protection levels by over 25%. More vaccine doses will be arriving on Friday. 332,000 doses of AstraZeneca, donated by Japan, will arrive on Friday evening. Prime Minister Hun Sen will be there to receive them personally. Cambodia is also expecting its next shipment of COVAX doses in the coming weeks, which will be approximately 1 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. As of Thursday, 6.3 million people in Cambodia have received at least one shot. 4.25 million adults are fully vaccinated. The royal government is aiming to fully vaccinate 10 million adults before November, with the vaccination of children aged between 12 and 17 also being scheduled. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Foreign Affairs Minister Mr. Prak Sokhonn says cooperation between the countries of the Mekong and India has helped develop the Mekong region. He was speaking on Wednesday night as he co-chaired the 11th Mekong Ganja Cooperation Foreign Ministers meeting. Foreign ministers were reviewing the progress the partnership has made since its inception 20 years ago, with 38 projects already completed and another 30 still underway. EAC News reporter Reo Soko has the story.
Foreign Affairs Minister Mr. Prak Sokhonn says the projects and activities under the Mekong Ganja framework have constituted an active part of the Mekong sub-region's development in the fields of health, education, environment, and culture. He says that the relationship between Mekong countries and India has significantly contributed to mutual understanding and trust, as well as the socio-economic well-being of its peoples. Together with his peers, Mr. Sokhonn praised the mutual support countries have been giving one another in the fight against COVID-19. Going forward, further meetings will be held to accelerate the process of the post-pandemic recovery, as well as to promote public health and ensure health security, especially in relation to the development of medical research and the production and distribution of drugs and vaccines. Rhea Soko, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Large parts of the world are dealing with climate-triggered catastrophes, with record rainfall in China prompting the worst floods in living memory. They come a week after record-breaking floods in Europe. Scientists agree that this is climate change happening right in front of our eyes. And it is these stories that are dominating world headlines this Thursday, the 22nd of July. No one remembers floods like this ever happening in Henan. The northern Chinese province normally sees